This is it's obviously a worrying incident for all of Istanbul's minority communities, particularly Christians, and this is something that's come in the middle of a really, really tense time in the region.
Earlier this morning, masked gunmen stormed a church in Istanbul during a Sunday service. This is attacks on Christian communities is something that is very rarely reported, rarely gets in the news. It happens a lot. This was an awful incident. They shot multiple people, leaving at least one person dead. I'm joined now by the Times Turkey correspondent, Hannah Lucinda Smith. Hannah, tell us what happened.
Yeah, so during the Sunday service this morning at about 11:40 here in Istanbul, two masked gunmen dressed all in black burst into the Santa Maria Italian church in the Surrey district and opened fire. Now, one person was killed. His name is Tunca Murad Cihan. He was 52 years old, and his nephew has been talking and saying that he was retired. He was a kind of regular member of the church community, and it was just absolute bad luck. He said he's completely innocent, and through bad luck, he's lost his life today. But this is it's obviously a worrying incident for all of Istanbul's minority communities, particularly Christians, and this is something that's come in the middle of a really, really tense time in the region. Obviously the Gaza war, Israel's attacks on Gaza, has really heightened tensions, not only with Israel but also with the US and European countries who Muslim leaders, including President Erdogan, say are basically supporting genocide in Gaza. So it's really come at a time of high tensions here.
I mean, that's what I mean. I've realised I've sort of jumped to conclusions, but I'm assuming this is a terrorist attack on on the Christian community in Istanbul. It's not somebody with mental health issues just going to attack a building that has a lot of people in it. It's a political incident.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that there were two attackers is one sign of that. Obviously, it was also very deliberately targeted as well. It happened during the service at a time when the church is full. But I think the other interesting thing is this is an Italian church. There are Christians of different denominations here in Istanbul. There are Orthodox Christians, Greek and Armenian, who are kind of, they've lived in the city for centuries. But there are also European Christian congregations, including Anglican as well. And this was an Italian church. I think that's also very, very interesting. The European consulates here in Istanbul have been issuing threat warnings quite regularly for the past year over things like the Quran burnings in Sweden, also over Israel and Gaza.
And as President Erdogan commented, I think he saw David Cameron yesterday, didn't he?
He did. David Cameron was in Turkey Friday and yesterday. Erdogan has not commented yet. We've had comments from ministers saying the suspects are still being hunted. An investigation has been opened, but so far nothing from President Erdogan.
Brilliant. Well, Hannah Lucinda Smith, thank you so much for coming on the line and bringing us up to date. That's our Turkey correspondent for the Times in Istanbul, talking about the shooting at an Italian Christian church.